This season of House of the Dragon fooled its audience at least 4 times. A decoy prince who was hiding in plain sight as a squire. A trailer that promised a burning town 3 weeks before it let the match drop. A triumphant queen who got outplayed on day 1 of her reign. And the greatest warrior in the realm, killed by an arrow, in the mud, in the first 5 minutes of an episode. But here's the thing, if you are watching closely, almost all of it was predictable. Not because the show is lazy, because it plays fair, it plans everything. I've spent this whole season calling shots. Some hit, some the show twisted. And every clue now points to one place. 2 uncles, 2 dragons, 1 lake. The duel that ends the dance. I'm TV Addict, your friend who watches everything. Let's break down the whole season and exactly what the finale is about to do. Chapter 1, The Bill Comes Due. Starts with the season's real main plot, the one hiding under everything, the Dragonseeds. Back in the premiere, Rhaenyra's masterstroke from season 2 was still paying off. Commoners with Targaryen blood handed the biggest dragons alive. Hugh the blacksmith on Vermithor, Ulf on Silverwing. It won her the Battle of the Gullet. It outgunned the Greens in the sky, and it was always a time bomb. You don't hand strangers nuclear weapons and expect loyalty. You expect a bill. This season is that bill arriving. Watch the fuse burn. Hugh circling Tumbleton. The town Ormond Hightower seized precisely because it flies Rhaenyra's banner. That's the trap in one sentence. Burn the Greens out and she burns her own people and becomes Maegor the Cruel in every song sung about her. Wait, and she looks weak while her sellswords go unpaid. Daemon said it plain. Our soldiers need to be paid, else there will be bedlam. Loyalty bought is loyalty rented. And the show has already shown us Hugh's price. His wife, trapped on the wrong side of the lines. Ulf's price is even simpler, resentment. A man who thinks his blood entitles him to everything he was denied. The books call what happens next, the treasons of Tumbleton. The show has renamed nothing. It's just made us wait, because when this bomb finally goes off, it deserves a finale. But before the finale can fire, the season had to clear the board, and it did it with 3 deaths that each tell you exactly what this show believes. Chapter 2, 3 deaths that define the season. Death 1, Jacaerys, the premier. Rhaenyra's heir, the future of her line, shot out of the sky at the Gullet, not by a prince, not by a dragon, by triarchy sellswords, faceless men with arrows. The heir to the Iron Throne died to extras. That's this show telling you in episode 1, nobody is protected by the plot. Death 2, Otto Hightower, episode 2. Alicent opens the gates of King's Landing for one promise, mercy. And Rhaenyra, pushed by Daemon, executes Otto anyway. Badly. 2 swings, bloody footprints all the way to the throne. It won her the capital and lost her the only person who came to her in good faith. From that moment, every step Rhaenyra takes is the story of a woman becoming the thing she went to war against. Daemon even warned her, "You may not rule and remain yourself." She disputed it. She was wrong. Death 3, Criston Cole, The Butcher's Ball. And this one's my favorite piece of writing all season, because the show set up a man with a death wish, chasing a glorious end, and then refused to give him one. No duel, no last stand. An ambush in a field of corpses that stood up. A surrender, rejected. An arrow through the face before he could swing a sword. And in his final second, the realm's greatest warrior isn't holding a sword at all. He's clutching Alicent's handkerchief. The love he was ashamed of his whole life is the only thing he takes with him. 3 deaths, 1 message. In the dance of the dragons, there is no glory. There's just the game and the people it eats. Which brings us to the finale, because every surviving piece on this board is now pointed at the same lake. Chapter 3, what the finale is building to. Here's the state of the board going into the end. Aemond, sidelined, scarred, humiliated at Harrenhal all season, is training with Blackfyre and telling us a new dawn is coming. The deadliest rider on the biggest dragon alive, Vhagar, finally standing back up and whispering in his ear, Alice Rivers, the Witch of Harrenhal, who sees the future and is steering him, even against his own mother. Daemon, the robed prince who spent the season doing Rhaenyra's darkest work, covering for his daughter, finding a feast for traitors painted in blood, is at Harrenhal's doorstep with Caraxes. Book readers have known since Season 1 where these two men end, above the God's Eye Lake, in the single most famous dragon duel in the entire history of this world. Caraxes and Vhagar, two uncles who represent the two halves of this war, the Black's cruelty and the Green's, locked together, falling, and underneath them, Tumbleton, still unburned, with Hugh and Ulf still circling and the Betrayal still loaded. My call for the finale, both fire. The treasons of Tumbleton and the duel over the God's Eye, the two biggest events of the dance, stacked into one episode. If the show lands both, this finale outscales everything Game of Thrones did after Season 6. Conclusion. So, season verdict before the finale. This has quietly been the show's best season, because it committed to one idea and never blinked. Power corrupts everyone it touches. Rhaenyra took the throne and lost herself. Cole chased glory and died in the mud. And two commoners who were handed dragons are about to prove that the deadliest weapon in Westeros isn't fire, it's resentment. Drop your finale predictions below. Who dies over the God's Eye, and does Tumbleton finally burn? I'm pinning the best call, and I'll be back Sunday night, 2 hours after credits, with the full finale breakdown. I'm TV Addict. See you at the lake.